thing. How could I make these games even harder to play?
In the early 2000s, you might have recognized a company by the name of PopCap Games for their multitude of video game franchises, like Bejeweled, Zuma, Plants vs. Zombies even though that's the one franchise that ended up killing PopCap from the inside. PopCap, founded in 2000 under the name... well, that's a hell of a name, would start their video game career by making a strip poker game called Foxy Poker. For obvious reasons, I can't show it, but we all know what happens with digital gambling games when half of their audience is streaming shit like... They then realized that this gambling game wasn't really doing too well for them financially, so they decided to change up their business decisions and become PopCap Games, releasing their first hit, Bejeweled, and then making a sequel years later. After a while, they became a major success, and that major success led to ports. Ports for the Game Boy Advance, ports for the DS, ports for the PS3, Xbox 360, and even the Wii. But most importantly, the PlayStation 2 with PopCap Hits. Now, not to be confused with PopCap Hits in Europe, which is effectively PopCap Arcade in the United States on Xbox 360, which in total had 8 games per each volume. PopCap Hits on the PlayStation 2 only had 2 volumes, with 4 games in total. Bejeweled 2 was pretty much the same as the first game, but with some power-ups like the Power Gem and the Hypercube, which spiced the game up a little bit more and made things a little more fun. Along the new power-ups comes a massive graphical upgrade. The game overall looks prettier, is more fun than the original. Astro Pop Deluxe is actually kind of a unique title that I haven't seen from PopCap before, but it's surprisingly still available on Steam if you want to take a look at it. It's essentially, you grab a brick, and you grab a few more, and then you smash them onto other bricks of the same color to get a massive combo, or at least attempt to. It's very fun, and fairly easy at the start, but it does get very difficult at the end. It also does kind of have a story, which explains why there are still some characters you have to unlock in the game. You have to rescue them in the campaign before you can play as them later on, and each character has their own story. Good for replayability. Along the way, you'll get power-ups that'll make your game just slightly easier and get you further from getting a game over. Though be warned, these power-ups are also on a time limit, so use them whenever you see them, otherwise they'll be as good as gone the next minute. And try to strategically match your blocks, otherwise, once they hit the bottom of the screen,
a new high score.
Jesus Christ, I thought this was an E for Everyone game! But overall, Astro Pop's a unique title that I haven't really seen from PopCap before. Like I said before, it's available on Steam if you want to check it out. Zuma I've already referenced in the past, but I guess I could go a little in depth about it. Basically, you're this frog shooting colored orbs, and you have to match 3 or more in a row, and try not to reach the skull. However, it's a little more difficult with the PlayStation 2 DualShocks. It's a lot easier on a computer than it is on a controller, with a weird feeling joystick. You traverse through levels and try to find the hidden secrets within Zuma, whatever that's supposed to mean. Along the way, you'll find power-ups that'll help you, like reversing the line of orbs, or outright slowing it down, or just blowing up a chunk of the area. Your goal is to try and fill the top bar on the top right corner with combo chains and overall just matches. Once you do that, the chain stops and you can clean up the rest from there. But later on, the game amps up the difficulty by doubling the skulls in some levels, or just taking the entire chain of orbs and bringing them closer to that skull at the start of each level. There's not much else I can really say about the game other than it's fun, it's challenging, but I would rather be playing it on computer. 1984. Red Star Forces launch a surprise global invasion. Allied troops fight bravely, but are hopelessly outnumbered. Mr. President, there is no other option. We must negotiate a surrender. I've heard enough liberal whining. We still have one final line of defense. This is freedom's last stand. Send in atomic tank! Oh, hell yeah! Now that's what I'm talking about. Heavy Weapon is an arcade-style shoot-'em-up game where you play as a tank shooting down aircrafts and getting nukes as you go by, alongside other items like shields and rapid fire, among a bunch of other weapons. Your overall goal is to try and make it to the end of the level and destroy the big boss at the end. A personal strategy of mine that I'm going to share to you is to save the nukes for the boss. That way you can take nuke after nuke after nuke and strike down that boss and get their health as low as possible, making it an easy win if you're doing it right. Every time you beat a level, you're allowed to upgrade your armory, so long as you have the points to do so. Take advantage of this. It will make your life a whole lot easier. This is a perfect twin-stick shooter game, and it really does fit well with the PlayStation 2 DualShock controller, even though my controller feels weird. Like, ugh. Otherwise, it's a perfect game. If you get it on PC, I highly recommend it. Would I say that these ports stood the test of time? Not really. Especially seeing as these games have gotten on better consoles with better controllers and improved performance. It was good for those who had a PS2, but for those who bought it on PC, just keep playing on PC. I think personally, if it's your niche, then go for it. We give PopCap Hits Volume 1 for PlayStation 2 a 2.5 out of 5. And we give PopCap Hits Volume 2 for PlayStation 2 a 3 out of 5.
I mean, they're okay in their own way, but if you've already played them on PC, you've already seen enough, and again, why would you want to play them on PlayStation 2 if you already own them on PC? The PS2 has significantly worse controls, mostly because of the weird sticky joysticks of the DualShock 2. But I mean, you do you. At the end of the day, it's just another game that stays on the shelf. My name is Dan, this has been Freeplay. Next episode is a double feature. We'll be reviewing a nice relaxing indie title, and then another indie title that's been taking Steam by storm because of a goat character that's making everyone go
Owie wowie! Baby wants mommy! Make it dirty!
Yes, Crazy People Psych Ward? Do you have any more padded rooms? Yes, one with a straitjacket? Ooh, I get the lethal injection free? Cool, I'll see you there at 7. God help me.
Because G4 isn't just for watching, it's for wearing. Check out the swag shop in the description. You won't regret it. Hey, if you like that G4 production you just saw, consider subscribing to Metaglyph. For the price of a small bag of catnip, you can get exclusive shells that are on the way soon, like Ultra Postal 4, alongside exclusive early access to our new episodes. Help support the things we do best today. Subscribe. See you there.